Well, it has me brew. And I also have a Christmas jumper on, which, hang on, I may as well stand up so you can see this. Christmas jumper on with a slightly stone-looking Father Christmas. But anyway, I thought I'd talk a little bit about Windows 8, which you can see in the background there, and also you can see some Windows Server 2012 in the background as well, which I'm playing around with. So I thought I'd do not necessarily like a how to use, but a rundown of what I think of Windows 8, and then go from there. So Windows 8 has been, well, the people I've spoken to, mainly militant geeks, have been very anti-Windows 8, for I don't quite know why, really. And these people obviously haven't used it properly, or taken the time to learn how to use it, because it is an amazing piece of work from Microsoft, I have to say, considering their previous work, aka Vista, aka Windows Millennium Edition. Windows 8 is actually pretty good. If you ignore the fact that it's got Metro UI, which is actually quite good, I mean, you get used to it quite easily. If you ignore the fact it's got one of those, you get along swimmingly. There's nothing, like I'd say, it's really, really pisses me off. Everything about it is fantastic. I mean, it doesn't take that long to get used to at all. And if you're a geek, it's, that's what you do anyway. You like new text, therefore you get used to it and you use it. I do use more keyboard shortcuts on Windows 8 than I use for any other system, but that's kind of me being a geek, and that's just me finding out about things. Like, for instance, if I want to find something, because it always used to be in Windows 7, you could just go into Start menu and search for things. In Windows 8, you don't have like a traditional Start menu, so you have to press the Windows key and F together for that to actually work. And so there's a lot of stuff like that. There's lots of Windows shortcuts you've got to use. And so yeah, it's quite, and it does take quite a lot of getting used to if you're a geek. And if you're a standard user, to be honest, it's not going to take that long to get used to it at all. There was a shitty video that Chris Pirillo did with some old bloke, I assume it was his dad, of how a real user uses Windows 8. I'm sorry, but if you've actually seen people, the general average computing using public, how they use Windows 8 is completely different. They know, because Windows 8 is similar to Windows 7 in that the start menu, or the start button, is down the bottom. Yes, there's things that people don't like. They don't like the fact that things have changed around a bit, but they do like the fact that things are simpler. A lot of people just use the Metro interface. Just use the App Store, and it's good for us, or good for me as an IT person, because it means that I can then support my users better, because it's unlikely that they're going to install shit on their machine, because they're just going to be using the Windows 8 or the Microsoft Store, and therefore that means they're going to reduce on malware and all these other bits and pieces as well. The other good thing I like about Windows 8 as well is the fact that it's got an inbuilt firewall and antivirus, completely like a standard. People might slag that off and say, oh, shit. In actual fact, it's damn good. Obviously, the firewall within Windows only blocks incoming connections, not outgoing, but at the same time, as long as nothing gets in, you're fine, and it's got its Windows Defender /MSE on there anyway. You can put your own dedicated on there, but there's not really much point in doing that. So yeah, I mean, I have to say, as an overall thing, if you're tempted to, if you're not too sure whether or not to upgrade, you can get an upgrade for 25 quid, for Christ's sake. I mean, 25 quid. It's 25 of Her Majesty's finest. They were doing it for 15 not long ago. If you've got a version of Windows, any version of Windows, I think back to XP, you can upgrade to Windows 8 for 25 quid. How ridiculous is that? I remember upgraded editions used to cost about 70 quid. It's ridiculous. 25 quid to upgrade to Windows 8. That is bloody good. Good things about Windows 8 then, okay. So, better memory management. Amazing memory management on this. It actually runs games fast. I get faster frame rates through Windows 8 than I did through Windows 7. What else are we getting? Well, Task Manager is a hell of a lot better as well. Windows Explorer is a hell of a lot better than it was before. I quite like that. And that's kind of it, I suppose, really. Yes, there's some annoyances with it. If you're a power user, it's annoying, but it's not. It's, there's too many good features there to say, well, the Metro UI pisses me off too much. Because the Metro UI is a bit meh. I don't like it as a concept, but because I'm a hardcore, well, I'd say a hardcore geek, because I'm an IT person, because I'm geeky and because I'm nerdy, I like the fact that I can still use the desktop, and I can get used to the fact that, less advanced users wouldn't necessarily go through keyboard shortcuts and all these other things. But for me, I will quite happily go through it and use keyboard shortcuts and find out how to use the system, because that's kind of what I do. And as somebody that's got to support many different users, that is kind of kind of the thing you sort of do anyway. My laptop is blowing out of its arse for some real weird reason. So with that in mind, I think I'm gonna leave it here, and what I shall do is I shall catch you in a later video. Have a good Christmas if I don't see you before. I'm trying to go and plan, because I'm going to go home and see the parents over Christmas, so hopefully I'll try and get a video done then. I don't know what on though. I need to get some videos squared away because I've just not got the time to do them at the moment. So I'm going to drink my brew. I may play some Call of Duty later on, but probably Modern Warfare 3 as opposed to Black Ops 2, because Black Ops 2 is shite. Modern Warfare 3 is actually quite good compared to Black Ops 2, and I'm going to be playing Modern Warfare 3 on the Xbox. If you do have an Xbox, add me gamertag AzzyChill. I'm not very good. I'll just say that I'm not very good. Average, not very good. And yeah, and that's pretty much that. And yeah, I shall see you hopefully just before Christmas. But if not, have a good Christmas, have a happy New Year, and yeah, I'll catch you later.